We acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation as the traditional custodians on the land of which Al, Kate and all their mates is recorded. Always was, always will be. All right, we are back with another episode of Al and Kate and all their mates, and we have our new mate with us, Geraldine Hickey. Jez, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, what a treat! I love having new mates.
Oh, so do we. Yeah. Thanks so much for coming in.
What an honour to have two mates such as yourself.
Lifelong friends from this point on, I think.
Yeah, thank you.
We do kick off every episode with a segment we call Can't Stop, Won't Stop. So it's something that you can't stop talking about, thinking about, something you've recently watched, listened to, read. Take it basically wherever the hell you want. If you want to get on your high horse as well, you can make it a rant and just say something that needs to stop.
Let it rip.
The floor is yours.
It's like, do I go like serious? No. I've been reading a book. I'm not finished yet, but I've been reading a book, and and it was exciting. I think it's called Chosen Family, LGBTIQ. Let's get beer together in Queensland. That's what that stands for, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Pretty sure.
But
none of the viewers of this will know anyways.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm reading this book, and it's like there is two women that have had a baby together, and they've been friends since primary school. Best friends in primary school, and so it cuts between like today, where one of them has left, and we don't know why, and it's so, but they've had a baby together. They've had this. They've talked. You know, the one that's left has talked about them raising this child together, and it's all beautiful, and how they were best friends in high school. And so I'm reading, and I'm waiting for the moment where they realise that they're in love, and they hook up, and they have a baby.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for that. As a lesbian, you don't often get to read that. It's like Bend It Like Beckham all over again.
Yes.
And you're waiting for the moment where they go, oh
like
my
Beckham.
God, I'm in love. And like, I want it, right? But in primary school, they're not, and because it's obvious that she's a lesbian, the other, and so there's a falling out, whatever. And it's like, and then they've reconnected, and I'm waiting, and I am 79% through the book, and they're not together. They're living together. They're like best friends. They're in love with each other, and they're sleeping in the same bed, but not together. And I'm like, oh, I can't. Well, I've read so much of this book, thinking that it's going to be this really beautiful, romantic, lesbian, let's get together and have a baby, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. It makes one of them go away, but come on.
I wonder if like lesbian media would be more successful if there was like 70% less yearning.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's like maybe that's why Heated Rivalry does so well. It's because they were just like, bang, let's do it.
There's so much,
and then they yearn from there.
Yeah.
I've got a few books I've read. I'll pass them on.
I don't want
Less slow burn.
Yeah, but that's it. It goes. It's either like
true.
like erotic fiction of like, I've got my fingers wet in it, and like, or it's like best friends that never get together. I want the best friend to get together.
Yeah,
because they alluded to it.
Yeah.
So much emotional edging.
Yeah. It's going to be like the last sentence of the book.
I know, but they're both in, like, one's in love with the other one. Like, they just need to have that conversation to go, hey, babe, I really love you. I love you too. Let's make out. That's it. That's all I want.
Al, what is yours?
I read this article this morning about the concept of second screen viewing. Have you heard about this?
What, you view on two screens at the same time?
Basically what it is, it's about the way that we are now watching TV and movies and stuff while having our phones in our hand.
Oh.
And so essentially like every time we're consuming film or television, well, actually apparently it's like 83% of the time, we're also doing it while we have our phone out. So they call it second screen viewing. Yeah. And this whole...
Or multitasking.
Well, yeah. And this article is saying that apparently they're alleging that Netflix and these other production companies are encouraging writers to adjust their writing style
Mate, 100% true.
to accommodate for people basically not giving 100% of their attention.
Yeah. You can't just walk into a room. You have to go, oh, I'm walking into the room now. Like you have to,
Yeah.
constantly say where you are and what you're doing and stuff. So I've got friends that are writing, written TV shows, and they're getting feedback from the people that are paying for it, streaming services, and they're like, you need to change this dialogue for that reason.
It's
totally
it's
a
too
thing.
hard to follow because it's actually just
Yeah, you
someone
just-
is dedicating their attention
Yeah.
to watching it.
Yeah.
It requires too much attention.
One of the big examples that they use were like the Christmas movies that Lindsay Lohan has been doing recently, and how the script is just the script sounds perverse for this reason, because it's like sort of painting all these weird pictures and like, but also the pacing's really odd. So essentially if your attention goes elsewhere for a few minutes and then comes back, you still don't miss anything.
Yeah.
know
This is
what?
also
Yeah.
why I love having subtitles up.
Yes.
The minute the clock ticked into my 30th year, the subtitles
Subtitles?
came on my television and never left.
I love subtitles.
I
How
love
many
them.
things have you missed in movies because you didn't have subtitles on?
Oh, mate, so much.
Like you don't even understand the dialogue at times.
Yeah.
In your head, you're hearing something and then you're like, oh, that's what they're saying.
But do you have ADHD as
Yes.
well? Yeah. And do you have ADHD?
Well, not diagnosed.
Yeah. Because it's the audio processing disorder that's
Yeah.
part of it. So
The
we just take
difference
a while to
between-
catch
yeah,
up. So
yeah. Although what
it's-
you're describing, Al, sounds a lot like Home and Away. Like
Yeah, maybe
it doesn't
they've
matter
been
if you're
doing
10
it
years
forever.
Between episodes, you still know what's
They've
going
been doing
on.
it forever. But I always get pulled up on this because one of my kryptonites is the Wikipedia app on my phone.
What do you mean?
Like Wikipedia has an
Yeah.
app and I'm just on it all the time. I love that shit.
What's the
are
difference
you
between the
looking up?
app and the website?
Well, it's just because it's on my phone. It's the same thing. It's just like, it's just,
so
you know.
instead of using Google, you'll just go.
She cuts out the middle.
No, what I'm saying is that I'll be watching something and I'll always have the Wikipedia app open basically, and I'll be like looking up shit in real time as I'm watching it. What was that person in?
that's what I
What's
do.
the other? You know, and sort of like trying to. I feel like I'm addicted to context. You know, like I'm always trying to figure out where things belong, and so
You know
the
what I really
Wikipedia
like
app
about-
is it for me.
The watching stuff on Prime is when you pause it,
The details.
it'll have who's that? That person is so and so, and they've been on this. I'm like, thank you. Continue.
Yeah, I'm so into it. But yeah, second screen viewing, and yeah, allegedly it's infiltrating writers' rooms and it's impacting the stuff that we watch.
It's impacting my living room because my wife, she is a sucker for just being distracted by her phone.
Yeah.
And she knows she can't do two things at once super well, but still keeps trying.
Yeah. That's
And
good though.
I'm just like, her name is also Kate,
Yeah.
which is a whole nother sort of story to go down. But it's like, I always find myself almost like quizzing her. Like, are you watching? Yes, I'm watching. And I'm like, well, what just happened?
Why do you care?
Because I need to share it with, like, I can't watch stuff on my own.
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
to talk about it with someone.
Yeah,
And
I
if
hear
it's
ya.
funny, I need to laugh
Yeah.
with someone. Or a lot of the time, like, if it is a really sort of intertwined mystery, I'm like, do you think, like, not guessing, but also like, is that what I'm understanding right now? Is that what you're taking out of it?
Yes,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
that's the case. And like, it's definitely like we've spoken about this. It's definitely like a personal thing where I need reassurance from someone else that
Yes.
I'm watching it right.
Yes.
But-
this is funny.
Yeah, and then I get like really upset when she's sort of tuned out for a minute. I just need to chill, I think.
My partner
with
is
you.
so aware of me being distracted when we watch TV that there will be times where, and it's especially with the murder mystery or whatever, when there's something like that, and she'll just pick up the remote and pause it and go, okay, so this guy says that he's doing this and she thinks this, and then just like outlines the entire plot line for me and presses play again, like completely
And you
unprompted.
don't ask for it.
No, she knows.
But you,
She knows.
what a beautiful
yeah.
relationship.
See, I'm the teacher because I'm quizzing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sophie's the educator, the one that's just happy to walk you through it. And I'm like, have you watched this?
No, she doesn't drag me. She's just like, okay, boom, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
My can't stop, won't stop is a needs to stop. And what needs to stop is adding protein to everything. Why is everything now marketed as high protein that doesn't need to be high protein?
Spoken like a true sports star.
Yep.
It doesn't.
Knows about protein. Knows that
Just
it's
try
going in
harder.
foods.
Is that what I'm hearing, Kate?
No, you don't need bagels with added protein. Like
Yeah,
the
what are they-
bagel
what's
itself.
the protein that they're adding to
Yeah, how do they
bagel?
do it?
No, like why?
Oh, as in
It's
they're
to get-
in
yeah, so
in
they're
the-
adding it now to foods
Yeah.
to then market and say high protein bagels.
But how do they get the
Yeah.
protein in there? Is it just like powders and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, it's all like synthesized and whatever else. Like
Yeah.
it's not how you're supposed to get protein into
Yeah.
things. But like it's now like this fitness craze that like I need to eat high protein. Everything I eat must be high protein. It's like
It's
just
high
put
that's the good stuff that makes you feel like you've eaten, like you don't get hungry.
And
yeah,
it's like
and
muscle stuff.
growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, like regeneration of muscles, really fueling your muscles. But like, there's only so much protein you need, and if you're having a bagel and you want the bagel to be high protein, just put a protein on the bagel.
An egg. Yeah, I've seen it now. Yogurts, high in protein, but high protein.
Your Chobani pouches, but they are
I do
naturally
love the Chobani pouches.
naturally high in protein. Now, you are in here to talk about your new show for the Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
Yes.
And I sort of saw the title, A Weight Off My Chest. And I
Yeah.
thought, wow, like, are we going through a journey with you all around things that you've always wanted to tell people or talk about? And
100%.
you're going to get really deep with the audience. And
it's
it
a
really
real-
piqued my interest. Is that exactly what it's about?
No, I had a breast reduction surgery.
So close.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I got I had a breast reduction surgery, but they took them all because I had shit boobs and I didn't want them, and yeah, and they were over 800 grams each.
Each.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So yeah, it was a real weight off my chest.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, but I had shit boobs, so I just wanted. So the show's about that, like why I did, and it's funny because it's like people didn't really notice. Like people, that I got it done. Like I've had, family members, cousins, that only see me every once in a while, but they're like, oh, I didn't even notice. And because I think there's two types of people with like big boobs. There's like the type where
Yeah.
because they've got the girls out.
Yeah.
It's
The
part of
girls
their
are out.
thing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look at my girl. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my girl. Oh, like it's all the, and then there's the other type where like we like sports bra. Like if we go for a run, it's two bras.
Yep.
It's like we don't want them
Yeah.
flopping about, they're like, and then, those people, you're like, they'll mention it and you'll kind of look down and go, oh my God, yeah, you do have big boobs. I was one of those.
Yeah. First or second? The first.
But I was second type, girls not out. But yeah, so I got, I got rid of them and it's so great. It's
Liberating? Does it feel like just...
lighter, and then there's like added benefits as well that I've since discovered, like getting a massage. Because you're lying down on your stomach and they've got a hole for your face. They don't have a hole for anything else though, do they? Like so there's no kind of adjusting to make the girl sit right. It's just, that's nice. It's just comfy and getting a nice massage without thinking about anything else. I love it.
I absolutely love that for you.
Yeah.
Well, the next thing that we want to get to is no dumb questions. It's a segment where we get to ask you things that either we've always wanted to ask someone in the industry or things that we think people would be interested to know but never really have the platform to ask or just feel like it's a stupid question so they don't ask it anyway.
Okay.
My first one for you is, and it's a very broad one, but is writing a comedy show just all iPhone notes and you collate the best ones where you've had really good brain waves and then it ends up in a show?
There's, a lot of notes for sure. For sure. And it's like I've written many shows now, but a lot of them I haven't written. So back in the day, I would just kind of have an idea about bits of material, and then I would get on stage and I would talk about it, and then I would do that again and again until I remembered it, and then maybe write down something to remind me of that. But even then, maybe I do. Yeah, I do write them out a bit more. And then because I work with a director, work with a mate of mine, Rachel, we've worked together on like my last 7 shows or something like that. So I will kind of do material it could be about anything, random things, and then she's the one that goes, well, you're talking about this and that's talking about that. And so you link it by that, and then there is structure in the show.
Yep.
And so she, essentially all the notes will do them, and she'll go, and then you put that one there, and then that makes it all, there's your beginning, middle and end, done.
Yep.
Yeah.
So obviously there's an art to that side of things, because there needs to be an art to it, because you're not just standing
100%.
up saying random jokes that have no relation to one another.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's because I did ask like a few years ago. I'd been doing like comedy festival shows for like 10 years or more. Like, you know, doing solo shows and just kind of plugging along. Like never making much of a profit, if a profit at all. Like so, because it's all like it was self-produced, and you know, you just. Comedy festival, you apply for a venue, or you find a venue and you pay the registration fee and you do all your own publicity and whatnot. And any tickets that you sell, cutting all the ticket fees, you get a little bit back. So, you know, by the end of the festival, you know, this is like a month, like where you're performing every night, might make $100 or something like that. And then I was getting to the stage where I was just like, what do I, because I knew I was a good comedian, because I knew like I'd get, you know, good gigs, and I knew like when I was in front of an audience I'd do well. And I was like, how do I go from like doing a good spot to having, and I asked a guy who like it's a reviewer and worked in the arts and whatnot, and I said, and was a judge for like the comedy awards and stuff, and I said, well, what's the difference between someone that can like smash out like a 40-minute headliner spot and someone with an award-winning show? Like, what's the difference there? And he said structure. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. So it's like a comedy festival show, not all of them, but, you know, the ones that resonate, I think, especially with Melbourne audiences and Australian audiences, is, you know, we like to follow, like you're spending in an hour with these people. So, you know, if you can spend an hour with them and you can go give them a narrative, like something where it all comes together and they're left with a certain feeling when they walk out, then that's a great show, you know, because it's like one of the questions that I try to ask is like, what do you want the audience to feel when they leave? Yep. And so if you have that when you're writing it, then then they have that feeling when you leave, then that's the best you can do. Yeah.
There are some people who are so masterful at that, you know, threading the needle, I suppose. And like, I remember many years ago I went to the comedy festival and I saw Daniel Kitson, and he's like absolutely unbelievable at it. Like obviously like Hannah Gadsby is so good at it, and also like asking that question. It's like, what do I want the audience to feel when they leave here? And you know, with Nanette, for example, it's
do you know, I asked, do you know what the feeling was?
Fucked up.
No, well, close. Yes, we talked about it because we were talking about this exact thing, and because I'd just done a show and I said I wanted the audience to feel just really good about themselves or whatever, and she's like, oh yeah, I had that with Douglas, and for Nanette, it was I wanted the audience to feel like they'd been punched in the guts.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Mission accomplished.
Right?
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things about comedy, much like music, is that I feel like there are almost like subgenres within the art form.
Yes. We've got country and pop and rock.
Yeah, exactly. Psych. And one of the subgenres naturally is queer comedy. One of my favourite comedians at the moment is Robbie Hoffman.
Oh, yes.
Funny as fuck. The Robbie, I don't know if you've watched the Robbie Hoffman special on Netflix yet. It's so good.
It's funny. Yeah,
it's so funny. And, you know, I wanted to ask you, like, what makes queer comedy so funny?
Oh, well, I guess it's the tragedy plus timing.
Yeah.
I think queer comedians, there'd be so much in it. Like queer comedians are the best in the world, like I think. And a lot of other people agree because look at how many awards queer comedians have and whatnot. So, but I think it is that, we just have a way of looking at the world, and also we have that survivor aspect of like, and, where we want to be heard, and so it's about finding a way to be heard. And it's a lot of times we're telling a different story, and I mean that's what I love about comedy and going to see comedy, and you see comedy from someone that doesn't have the same life as you, but they still make it relatable.
Yeah.
And I think queer comedians are, some of the best at doing that. So,
when you write your shows and then go to perform them, are you often surprised with what hits best? Like times where you're like, well, I'm not sure if I should even put this in. Okay, I will put it in. And sometimes that's the thing that you maybe weren't going to use, but it hits the best. And then sometimes when you've had these things that you think, nah, this is great, this is the one, sort of doesn't hit as well as you think.
Yeah, there's certainly times where I've like, especially when I'm developing stuff and I'll just be talking stuff out on stage, and I'll like just be talking, and then it'll get a big laugh, and I'm like, I don't know why that's funny, but I'm going to have to leave that in there now, and I'll work out later why everybody is laughing at that. So that certainly happens. And then there's sometimes where there is something that I'll try and get across, like some sort of message, or I'm trying to say something in particular, and it can be, if it's not funny and if it doesn't fit in the show, then, I've had to cut things out because it's just like, oh, this is not working, or it's like it might be triggering for somebody. It's also finding a way of talking about something where, people don't get too upset, or, I'm trying, like, because my wife is and I've been trying for years to, talk about this, but my wife is an abortion nurse, and so obviously talking about abortion, it can be quite splitting, and there's been a few times where I've tried to talk about it on stage, and make jokes, but and it's never really worked because it's too like uncomfortable for people, and it's like there's only so much. You don't want to give like a TED talk on it to make people comfortable. So, but I do talk about. I think I've managed to find out a way to talk about it in this show that I'm doing, which I am very excited about. And I've done the show a couple of times, and so far the feedback has been, really good. And I can feel it in the audience. Because previous times, like I've, started talking about, and there's and
you're like, okay, not tonight.
Yeah, all right. But now I'm like, I think I've got it. So I'm excited. Yeah.
So how do you cope if a joke bombs? How do you get out of that?
Just go on to the next one.
You just move on.
Yeah. Like, I've had so many jokes that have bombed, but it's like, when it doesn't matter. Like, you just keep going. And also because I've been doing it for such a long time, and if it doesn't work, it's like, that doesn't work, and I'll work out why it doesn't work and stuff. So it's like, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, thank you for letting me know.
Were you less okay with that early days? Because I feel like that, like as someone that doesn't do stand-up comedy, for me, I can imagine that is probably one of the most uncomfortable feelings that you have on stage.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
the more you do it, the more you're like, well, some you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
But
I think,
first off, like surely that is confronting when you're like, oh God.
yeah, do you know what it is? Like when you're first starting out, you might only have 5 minutes of material, so there's nowhere else to go.
Yep.
So that's when it's uncomfortable. But also I've done I've got material stories that last for 10 minutes. And if I'm I've been at corporate gigs where I've started on this 10-minute bit and 2 minutes in I'm like, this is...
No.
I lost him.
We're not there.
Yeah. and there's no... I'm like, I can't, and there might be one or two people that are actually listening and I'm like, do I abandon those people and just give up and then go on to something else or no, I'm like, but then it's like, well, would they be interested in anything I've got to say?
Yep. Is it me or is it the joke?
Yeah.
Or is it
is
where
it the
they're at with their
audience?
life? Yeah.
I know people always say, we always get told it's never the audience's fault. But that is a lie. That is the biggest lie. It is 90% of the time it is absolutely the audience's fault.
It's like the customer is always right.
Yeah. They're
No,
never
that is not true.
It's it depends on the type of audience as well. When I first started, I was doing, it was so male dominated. And so you'd go to the, get gigs at, clubs and pubs and whatever, or footy clubs, and it's all men. And so of course they don't care about. And so you have all these male comics going, oh, you just got to do this and that, because they've got no idea. They're just like, well, I'm doing fine. What is it? No, it's never the audience's fault. It is.
We have another segment called You Can't Sit With Us, inspired by Mean Girls. Don't worry, you can sit with us and you can continue sitting with us.
Every day for the rest of the week you can have lunch.
Yes, and it is about lunch. It's about school.
Yeah.
It's about where you found your people at school and if that happened at school. And I remember reading a quote about drama class once and you got up and the whole class started laughing. And you took that as you're being a shit actor, but your drama teacher said, no, it's because you're a comedian and you should do comedy.
Yeah.
That's obviously very poignant and stuck with you.
Yeah.
High school-wise, were you the funny one? Were you the class clown? Where did you sort of fit?
I would talk in class, I'd get asked a question or I'd, say something and then people would laugh and I'd be like, I don't know why you're fine, but okay. But also I loved making people laugh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was the best. It was just having that ability to do that was I want to do that. I want to make people laugh, but I want to be famous and I want to be go to Hollywood and have a Rolls Royce, and that's what I was thinking when I was in Brighton. I just wanted to be in mood, but also I wanted to make people laugh because I could. So
isn't it the funniest? I'm a musician and when I play live, there is nothing better than when the banter lands and you make people laugh. It's you could sing an angel or whatever.
Yeah.
Not that I know what that's like, but you could play the best gig of your life, but it's always the moments where you have that rapport with an audience where they laugh and you're like, this rules. It's that's when you feel it's I got him. It's we are connecting and laughter is what a magical thing. What a cue for connection with human beings.
Yeah. Do you ever make eye contact with people in the audience? Where are you looking?
Sometimes this differs from this question goes around a lot with other friends that play music and some mates of mine are like, do you ever pick that one person that you're singing to in the crowd? And I don't. I think it's a bit, it's almost a bit intense or I don't know, something like that, signally or something. Yeah. But at the same time, if that makes you feel grounded as a performer, that you're I'm just singing to this one guy in the room and that makes me feel more comfortable and I can focus, then you should totally do it. But I think I tried to sing to everyone, I think. Yeah.
So over the top.
Yeah. Hey.
I largely work in football media that is relatively serious.
Yeah.
But then that my favourite part of my job is on Triple M, where it's banter, it's fun, and to be honest, that's when I analyse football the best as well.
Yeah,
because
right.
I'm having fun with my mates. Yes, we're talking footy, but we're also talking about funny things that are happening on the field.
Yeah.
And I think also for me, it's when, and like radio is now a visual medium as well because we have cameras everywhere. But I still, like, I'll dress the way that I'm dressed right now.
Yeah.
And I feel myself the most.
And there's
as
no
opposed-
pressure to be funny.
Yeah,
or
there's
to
no
do-
pressure
yeah.
at all. As opposed to when I'm doing TV where you present it in a different way. Your hair and makeup's done. I still feel comfortable with who I am on TV, but not quite as comfortable as I do on radio.
But also there's a different audience on TV. The audience on TV, they're there to watch the footage. So they're
it.
like, you have to know what you're talking about.
Yes.
If you, who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you to stand up there and tell me about the game?
That's
and
it.
what do you know? Rack off. Whereas radio, they're like, oh yeah, oh this is fun.
Yeah,
Like
this is
they're listening to
entertaining.
say-
Yeah, it's more entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say that because it feels like people think that dialogue is just in the living room, but now with social media, it's actually quite direct.
Yeah, isn't
sure.
it?
You just get told that now.
So yeah. Do you read the comments?
I have been through sort of, Al and I were having this conversation.
Talk about in the car
off
yesterday.
air.
Yeah.
And I think the power of blocking has become something that I have lent on so heavily
Yeah.
transitioning. Because I've been doing like footy commentary for 8 years now.
Yeah.
And last year was the first year that I did a lot more men's footy. I'd done men's footy always on Triple M, but it was more TV and sort of really niche markets like afl.com.au where people are there because they love footy.
Yeah.
And the comments in the first probably 2 months of that were things that really got to me. Like they really ate away at me. And it was because I wasn't as confident in what I was doing either.
Yeah.
So then after sort of the month and a bit where I was like, I'm doing my job really well. I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
But until I felt that, the comments had an
you
impact.
feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you realise and know that you're right,
Yes.
the comments will hurt. But once
Totally.
you know that you're
Yeah.
right, they're like,
Cool.
okay.
Yeah.
They're funny after that. You're
Yeah.
just like, oh, like don't engage,
No,
don't
no, no.
encourage it.
Yeah.
But you can read them with a, and have a look at this one.
Largely, I've sort of resulted that they are people that are jealous that I've got the job that they so desperately want and
yeah.
think they do a better job at.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I can live with that.
I just sort of go into those things with the mindset of like, you know, you are saying so much more about yourself than I could ever say about you. It's like, you know, it's like you've like dug your own grave, mate, you know.
That's true.
And that's and in that sense, it's like doesn't even warrant responding to. It's like, you said it, babe.
Let's finish things off with extra time.
Okay.
It is a quick fire segment just to round things out, to get to know you a little bit better. First one, what is your coffee order?
Oh, soy latte, please.
We'll get that. Yes?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we got it. Producer Gigi's on it.
Double shot.
What was the last TV show or movie you watched?
Oh, Toxic.
Yes, I have seen that.
Yeah.
Great show. Favorite holiday destination?
Oh, Venus Bay. It's a place where it is, I drive in and go, and it's got all my favourite activities: bird watching, boogie boarding, bushwalking, fire pits.
Nice.
We've got a fire pit in our lesbian pit.
I love that. Sounds like lesbian movie world or something.
Yeah, lesbian pit. It's just a pit built by lesbians. That's what we did.
Man, throw me into the lesbian pit. That's what I got to say. Would you classify yourself as an early bird or a night owl?
Oh, early bird for sure. Yeah, early bird. Because I did, 5.5 years of breakfast radio,
Yeah, true.
and that's when I discovered that I love getting up early. And once it was just like the alarm would go off and I'd get up. That's the key. You just get up.
Yeah.
Like no snooze.
Oh, I'm a sucker for snooze.
Just get up.
Yeah.
Just get up and go. And then I would get so much stuff done. I would get all my stuff done. And then I'd have the whole afternoon free. Good on you for staying up. But you can get more stuff done if you're an early bird.
It is
I
true.
find.
It is true.
Cooking or doing the dishes?
Oh, doing the dishes for sure. My wife loves cooking, right?
Yeah.
She's she loves it at times, but not like, oh my God, I can't wait to cook every night. But she's like, she can cook, does the cooking. Like, especially during lockdowns, like when we were, lived at home for 3 years, meal planning was like, we could do it.
Yeah.
We absolutely did. So that was how she would do the meal planning, and I would go to the supermarket. But she would like look up recipes that called for certain ingredients, and I would go to this little IGA in a coastal town going, I don't know if they have ducky here, babe. Like, it was but I don't know what the alternative is.
Yes.
Like, how necessary is this thing? Do I need to get this? And buckwheat can we use? Like, is there something else? What do I use instead of that? And they don't have that much. Oh my God, stressful. You get it.
I completely relate. Like, I am definitely a do the dishes person, and it doesn't mean that I can't cook. I can cook. I just find it not enjoyable. Like, I find it too stressful. It kind of freaks me out. And like, by the time I get up to start cooking, I'm hungry already,
Yeah. When you're doing the dishes, are you putting, do you like to start with the dishes in the sink or out of the sink?
Out of the sink. How about you? Yeah.
Right,
There we go. Yeah.
Out and then rinse.
Yes, yes.
Dirty the water with the dirty
No,
plates.
out of the
dishes in the sink. all the
Same with
time.
mine. I'm like, I'll do it.
How the other side lives.
Yeah.
Jez, is it the early win or the late comeback?
Oh, but we love a late comeback.
We love a late comeback.
Yeah, late comeback. It's entertaining for all.
Yeah.
Early win. Oh, come on. Everyone's going home. Oh, we don't want that.
The only thing you get is to prep your night out a little bit in advance. So like sort of at halftime, you're like,
Oh,
where
you
are we
just-
going after this? But then if it's a late comeback, it's like, who cares where we're going after
Is
this?
that actually the chat in the locker room?
Absolutely not.
But
It was my inner dialogue.
yeah, everyone's thinking it. They're not saying it out loud.
Yeah. And finally, Jez, what is one thing that the world needs more of right now?
We need more kindness and access to low-cost, safe abortion care.
Yeah, preach.
There we go.
For real, dude. For real.
And one other
That's from
thing
my
that the
wife.
world needs more of right now is tickets sold to A Weight Off My Chest.
A weight off my chest.
Buy your tickets. Go see Jez, Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
And all around.
Yeah,
Get
see
on-
everyone.
Yeah, see everyone.
Get on
See
the
Jez
socials.
first, then go see everyone else.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Geraldine Hickey, for joining us on Al Kate and all their mates.
Crushed it.